Oh shit, we're back. Back again for another episode of Sturd Vision. And tonight, people, oh my gosh, tonight. It's just another day with Rotor. And by the way, just another day. Queen Latifah, go check that song out. Link is in the description. Of course, check it out after the episode. But this movie right here was something. It was something, people. It was
If RoboCop and Terminator had a mentally challenged kid, it would be this movie.
ooh, RoboCop and Terminator having a baby. I would just say this. I liked the movie. Like I had so much fun with this movie. I had so much fun with this movie in such a weird way. And it's just about this guy fucking talking about what happened the whole fucking time.
Dude,
The whole time.
it's a story. The whole thing is a recollection.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, but like so many things didn't need to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
The long drive montages.
Yes, sir, Dale. Yes, sir.
What's up,
Welcome to Sturd Vision, episode 10, I believe.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Yeah. So R.O.T.O.R.
This right here,
Like,
does
he
what
doesn't
we're
even
talking
show.
about.
He doesn't even show up for the first 45 minutes. And then we
You're
get
right.
a middle-aged dad. It was going
Pretty
through a
much.
life crisis.
Pretty much.
It's my favorite.
Again, though, I was like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right. So what am I getting myself into? And it's just this dude, like you're saying, telling this fucking story the whole fucking time in every single detail, like everything, even the shit he wasn't there for, he was telling people, telling this story, like telling the cop this whole time. Like, yo, if I'm in the interrogation or wherever the fuck it was, I'm leaving. Like, I'm like, all right, man. I just asked you where you were between 5 o'clock and 7:30, and I didn't ask you about all this extra shit. How do we stop the robot? What the fuck happened? What?
Why
I
was
don't
she
care about
dead?
you going to pick steel up. I don't care about you doing all this extra shit. I
Well,
don't care about everything else.
How did this end?
What
Can we all-
credits?
So
No, it ends. There's a particular ending where, okay, we'll spoil it. Pretty much,
Spoilers.
the main character, the scientist, road cop, wherever you want to call him, he walks out of the building, and he gets shot and killed by the, what is he? He was a government agent he was talking to on the phone.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a note down prior saying, if you get this goes to my kin, who now he's reading the letter about his uncle or wherever the hell it was, about the R.O.T.O.R project, and maybe you can work on the next R.O.T.O.R project, and it shows R.O.T.O.R 2. We kind of figured who
Which is
R.O.T.O.R 2
Steel.
was. Steel.
So going back a little bit, what happened to the main victim in this? The young woman who was being terrorized. She became the Sarah Connor of all this, right?
Pretty much.
How did she die?
I don't think she did die.
Exactly. Why was he arrested?
Because in the beginning, it's weird because in the beginning he got busted for these people were driving. They find a dead body. He's hovering over the dead body, showing a badge, and some redneck guy's going saying he's not a cop, so they arrest him.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's in the precinct here telling the story.
The girl on the ground is the victim.
There was someone different.
No, it was her.
Was it her?
Yeah,
because
it was her. So why? It doesn't even make sense. They didn't even finish the fucking ending. That's how bonkers this movie is. It's the same girl at the end, and he's beat up far more than he was in the fight, like after the fight when they drove away together.
Because in the end there, they blew up the robot, and she was still alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless R.O.T.O.R 2 somehow kicked in. I don't know. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
This whole movie was like that. It was so random, like the shit that would just happen in this movie. I'm just like, what in the fuck? The conversations, fucking Cold Iron going back and forth with the what was it? He wasn't the mayor yet, right?
No, he was a
No.
like a government agent who was given the money
Okay,
to fund the project.
him. They're going back and forth on the phone for like 20 minutes. Like, what the fuck? What? Why? We don't need all this. We do not need, but we did for the like. In a weird way, it worked for this movie. And this is, I'll say with this movie too. I had a blast with it. This is the type of movie. This is the type of movie where someone's like, I need the type of movie I can watch with my friends, and we could just have fun and crack jokes and kind of just make up our own story for the movie, whatever the case may be. This is perfect for that, and I love it for that. This is fun as fuck.
So, okay. So I'm going back and looking because I need to make sure that I'm right. Right? So that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm just making sure that it's
the same girl
way. It is the girl in the beginning on the side of the road. Their car is blows up. And the reason I want to bring this up is because now we got to bring it up, and then it's fucking it's just a trip, dude. It really is. Okay, so R.O.T.O.R, the middle-aged man with like 2 alimonies, blows up. And then it immediately, like, she was fine. They were standing next to each other by his Isuzu, as he says. And then it immediately cuts to him in the room talking to them. So he got arrested for murdering this woman that didn't die.
Unless it was the other shit that happened there and they were just like, what's going on type of deal. I don't fucking know, man.
We know because the big redneck guy comes and goes, nah, he's not a cop. He killed this woman.
That's right.
Yep.
What happened to him?
He just showed up. He was just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or whatever you want to call it.
At the end of the movie, though.
Oh no,
but somebody clearly blew up.
Or the beginning of the movie. That dude that's doing.
All it does is it doesn't make sense. She was fine.
Yeah. She lived at the end.
I feel like they forgot. I feel like what happened was they were like, all right, listen, let's shoot the end of the movie and put that at the beginning. And then we'll show you what happens at the end of the movie in the beginning. But they just forgot what happened at that part.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Oh, they definitely forgot.
They got to filming, made it a happy ending. Whoever wrote this forgot that they wrote that part, made it a happy ending, and then was like, you know what? Let's add tragedy for one more. So there's tragedy on both sides. And it makes no fucking sense. He just murdered a dude in plain daylight, shot him in the back. Goodbye.
Yo, I'm about to show you something else that doesn't make sense. Give me 2 seconds.
Well, also, too, is when they were building the robot, supposedly, this took place in, like, days. It showed, like, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And they're going, they said this will take months and months and work. But all of a sudden, they have the robot ready to go, like, in the next day.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
Oh my god, that was the freaking best. But before we even get there,
this fight scene was great.
Oh, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Can I? No. Before we get there, because it's going to pertain. But can we just get to the point? The best police plan I've ever heard. Not call the police force. You drive and drive and drive until you get to here, and you stay, and then I'll meet you. And then that dude goes, makes a phone call, picks a woman up we've never heard of, have no idea who she is, picks us when she's dressed like a raccoon or a skunk or something with her hair. I'm not even exaggerating.
The light in the middle.
Her name is Steele.
Yeah.
Houston. And she shows up. And then they go back to a hotel room and talk so she can get changed. What was the point of that? And then this woman is running for her life, and this dude is gone. He's like, I got to go do something for a few hours.
I got to go pick this chick up.
I'll meet you at 4 p.m. He said that at 3 a.m.
Let's go back to this, though, because you're right about that. But the funny thing was, it wasn't even that. It was, don't stop for help. You keep driving and driving and driving. I'm going to go get help.
Yeah, so they weren't. You're not in our jurisdiction, so keep driving until you find another cops or something. If not,
No,
we'll help you then.
that was when she called the cops.
Yeah, when she called the cops.
Yeah.
No, when Cold. No, I'm talking about when
Oh, when
not
Cold, whatever the fuck his name is.
I forgot his name now.
Cold
Iron.
Iron.
Cold Iron.
Why don't you put on our little handles here and you know it?
Because it won't show the bottom because the bottom of the TV lit.
No, we just need to see yours. You're the one that changed it.
That's true. That is very true.
Oh man, I don't worry about me. I'm fine. The scene stops. There you go. So, can we talk for a second about was it sensor recall for a thing that he wasn't even present for?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
He could just relive memories of her doing stuff. It's that's how he was able to tell the entirety of this story to those two cops. He has sensor recall chips in his head. Oh, this is so weird. I love it.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Him and the robot are connected. What the?
He tried. He pulled out like a little pen thing, and he's like,
that was like a kill switch.
Yeah, that was a kill switch for R.O.T.O.R that he never.
He just showed it to him, and R.O.T.O.R's like, "The fuck is that?"
R.O.T.O.R pulls out his gun and puts it in his face, and is like,
Yeah, that was right. That's right. Then he got back on the motorcycle, and the guy gets in the truck mad. Yo, by the way, R.O.T.O.R and Cold Iron move slow as shit. They remind me of what the fuck is his name? Steven Seagal in his movies, where like all his moves are slow as shit.
They're like
it takes like 20 minutes to roundhouse someone. I'm like, yo, you could have just took 2 steps back and he would have missed as slow as he's going in his movie. He's getting too old for these roles, and that's what this felt like. But I loved it.
On whose R.O.T.O.R bingo card had woman is gonna hold the man by the neck with her foot?
That was awesome.
And after she was kidnapped, like
yes,
like you can kick this guy. You were the best fighter in this movie.
Yeah. Easily. And, her fight. I mean, it was sloppy, but it was the fastest movement, and she connected. And I'm like, all right, man.
It was.
She was never used again. Just the scene where she's lying in his lap, asleep.
No, that was his girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was her.
No.
Sturdy, pull up that picture again.
Which one? Oh, okay.
You know which one.
The fight.
You think her form was sloppy?
That guy. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking.
Her form was better. Not her, I mean, as far as not her form. Sorry, like as far as like the action, the kicking and the punching. Not necessarily her form, but this guy right here, yo, he came out like he knew what the fuck he was doing, and he got backhanded and knocked out.
Yo.
He was sit down, bitch.
And then the other guy rips his shirt apart to show off his muscles. He's like, nah, douche, and just steps on him.
Pretty much, yeah. Yo, he backhands him and then walks across his chest. Mad disrespectful.
Dude, it's this whole movie is freaking bonkers.
Yep,
it is.
I love it. I love it.
It is, and it just works so freaking. There's this one right here.
Yeah, this dude.
This guy just shows up.
Yo,
you guys remember the cook with the bad 2 buck teeth that looked definitely fake?
Yep.
So this was like this. There's no way this wasn't a joke.
This has to be.
Like you don't put like if you're making a movie seriously, you don't set this guy up with those faces. You don't like set the guy up with, like the fake teeth. You don't like. But then there are parts that are taken so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So it's boggles and like goddamn Cold Iron never goddamn smiled.
No,
he hated life. Cold Iron had kidney stones. That's what he had.
That's why he was an asshole.
Miserable prick. He's like, they're coming. I know they're coming. He's talking about like fucking high.
That's why he should talk like that. Makes sense now.
It
all adds up. It all adds up, Mick.
Remember when the cop walked away from the black cop after they talked after the thing, and he's just like, and he keeps talking for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, he started talking shit after the cop walked away.
Because I'm trying to keep you alive so you don't get fucking killed, you asshole. And all the cop said was like, why don't you just leave the streets to us? You're not a street cop.
Yeah, you're not even a cop. It's like you'd be arrested too for vigilante.
That's actually what he did say. You're not even you're not even a street cop or some shit. And then he just started. I'm like, go fucking handle the robot shit, man. You're doing everything but that.
But he had no
literally.
reason to think they were robbing the place. They were 3 or 4 guys that got out of a car and another dude just sitting there waiting. And like they weren't together. Now, granted, he was right? Which
right.
they didn't need him anyway, because she would have taken care of it.
Yeah, she was like damsel in distress, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of this bullshit. Let me kick his ass real quick.
And then remember he called him white boy, and he was a white guy.
Yeah,
the dude with the mustache and the fake fucking goatee part.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense.
His voice was like sounded like it was like dubbed over. Where's the car? Where's everybody?
Oh my gosh, the sound in this movie for Cold Stone just talked like he had marbles in his mouth. I keep calling him Cold Stone.
More than mobiles. Yeah, you were. The entire time we watched that movie, you were like, Cold Stone over here.
I just called him Cold Iron. Cold Iron. And it's right there in my face. Cold Iron. Him and R.O.T.O.R. He was worse. He sounded like he had like a whole bag of marbles. Dude, I'm like, you barely and on top of that, like you're talking in a microphone with the microphone's all the way down and you're far from it.
Yep.
I one time got in a fight with my wife, right? Quick story. And we were in the kitchen and she was getting a drink and she slammed the cup down and she threw some ice in and she poured angrily that soda. And then even like put the 2-liter like down like hard, right? And it still wasn't as angry as this guy when he was talking on the phone pouring that Coca-Cola.
No, he was mad as shit.
He was so fucking. He's like, oh, "You goddamn Cold Iron, you son of a." It was nuts.
What is up with people? It's fucking hilarious. Like, no matter what age, like you yell at your children for having temper tantrums and slamming shit, but then we do it as adults. When you're mad about it, you just slam shit all damn day.
But he's angrily pleading with them.
Yeah, he is.
Like, we need it now. Like, they're breathing up my... Like, he's yelling at him, but at the same time, kind of like, I need you to get this done. We've known each other a long time. And then he's the dude that shoots him in the back.
Yep.
Multiple times.
It was the same with the married couple. Well, the couple that were engaged. They're like having a fight in the car about her going to work and everything. And he's all going, you know, I should provide. And they're just so angry. And he's like, fine, we'll do this. But then they're fighting again. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Are they angry at each other?
It went from like 0 to 6. I love that you brought that up because I forgot about that. But like, yeah, it started like not even. It started nice, like weirdly in the 80s. It didn't seem like that would have happened, but it's a couple. She's saying I want to work, and he's just like, yeah, you know, I think that I should be like he's not being a dick. He's being misogynist, but he's not being a dick to her. And then it turns into like haywire. Like, he kicks her out of the fucking car. He's like, get out of the car. I don't care, whatever. And like the relationship's over. Fuck you. And then he gets out to open the door for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gentlemanly. That part. Well, he didn't get to open the door for her because he got shot in the biscuit because R.O.T.O.R don't play. He's a horrible cop though. That is not. He was. I'm not gonna say it, but you know where I'm going. He was treating. I'll say it without saying it. I'll say it with. He was treating you guys like you already know where I'm going. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't even know why you're saying that. Because think about it, Sturdy. In a movie where they needed clearly a final girl, and in the 80s they were going to go with a white woman, and they created a scenario where effectively, I guess, they could have that in this movie. So basically slasher format, right? But it's still a cop. And who did he rouse before he met them? A black man and a bunch of chairs.
But
black chairs.
The black chairs too.
But none of them got killed.
Nope.
Yeah, fair. Well, they didn't break the law. They weren't speeding. They weren't speeding. It was
exactly speeding.
Chairs.
Speeding.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say it right now. If you get pulled over for speeding and it ends with gunfire, and Sturdy, I realize what I'm saying here, and it ends with gunfire, you're probably not an effective police officer.
Probably is an understatement, but yeah.
The guy even stole the bike, and no one did anything about it because the bike was all blocked off and roped off.
Can we talk about that scene? Can we talk about that scene? Like that, not even talking about how slow he walks, but how much trouble as a robot he has opening the double glass door things. But most robots just walk right through that, and the whole door the glass crashes, the doors fall off the hinges, and then they take the motorcycle and drive out, or at least they drive out cool.
Until no one notices. Until later on, the computer says R.O.T.O.R has been active. He's like, what? No one knows about a bike being missing. No one knows about the destruction around the police area.
Nothing. And what's funny about that too, Matt, is so he's already gone with the motorcycle. Then the computer's like active. The computer, because remember the two dudes are sitting in the lab waiting, seeing what the fuck's going on. They leave. He's already gone on the motorcycle. Then it's like, oh, R.O.T.O.R activated. I'm like, oh, this was like a half hour late. Like that was a slow, shitty ass computer, right?
It was so slow, dude.
He got supercharged by the guy's headset.
He ran into in chasing her for not even speeding. He was still chasing her for being, because remember, he says you were an accomplice to speeding. So he's not even tacking on the speeding she was doing away from him during this chase.
Nope.
He's literally wants to murder her because the boyfriend was speeding and she was in the car. And
which makes zero sense. Like, none
whatsoever.
Not driving.
No
but
witnesses.
In this pursuit, there was like 20 people they come across, and a lot of them broke laws. And he didn't, like, he killed them, but not because they broke laws.
Just because they got in the way. Just because they got in the way, because of her selfishness and getting people hurt. Robot's chasing you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's just say this happens, right? And we're all at a diner or whatever, and you see some dude just come through the glass door. Well, it depends. If he has trouble like he did getting that motorcycle, we probably wouldn't take him that serious. No. But if you see him start throwing people around, I'm just gonna, you know what, guys? She's running over here. Trip her, Mick. Mick, you're the tallest. You're like it. Just trip her. So when she falls, he can get her. And we'll be fine.
No, because then he's just gonna murder her and then go on to the next crime he sees. He's just gonna be a machine and do it. So like, that's why I think effectively he's like, I just don't think it was smart. Like, he wasn't that far from her. He just saw her in that parking lot like 10 minutes earlier. And now he's on the radio with her. It's like, I'll catch up with you now. Hey, Steele, I'm going to leave a message for Steele and be like, get off the plane, meet me here. I have to go see this woman. No, I'm going to go pick you up and do this.
Make a
whole fucking montage in the airport.
It's weird too when you first see her. She's like this geeky, like skunk haired girl with glasses. I'm like, who the hell's this? The next thing after in the hotel, she's this bodybuilder, buffed up superwoman. Like, what the fuck happened?
You know who would have played that role if this movie came out in like 97, 98?
Xena,
99?
Princess. No.
Say it again.
China.
Xena, warrior princess.
Yes, China. Yes, China.
No, not China.
I say this. Here's why I say this. This is a WWF movie right here. This is a WWF/WWE, whatever the fuck they call it now.
Type of film. No Holds Barred came out around the same time, and it's a better movie. I'm sorry, but at the beginning of that movie, it matches the end of that movie, whereas this one, the girl dies, and then she's clearly alive at the end.
That's because it had Hulk Hogan in it. That's Hulk Hogan. They're gonna do the best they can with their star, but they don't do all that shit. Which I did enjoy the one with Kane. That was fun, but still, it wasn't a good movie overall. It was just a fun one. What was it? See No Evil or something? No Evil.
See No Evil.
Yeah.
That.
I didn't like. That's not a great movie, but like, I don't think it was a terribly made movie. I think it catches a lot of shit. Like, this was a terribly made movie,
but it was beautifully made because it worked so well in a weird, strange way. Like, they knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, even though they didn't. I know that makes zero sense, but it's just one of those things where they're just like, listen. This okay. All right. I know I say this like how a lot of times you've heard me say this is, I mean, this movie, it feels like they just grabbed a bunch of shit and just threw it out the wall and let everything go.
Mhm.
This, they did that, but it worked in a weird fucking way. They were just like, yo, listen, Mick, what's your idea? You were like, robot cop. Look, the movie cover is going to look like this, but it's going to look kind of like me in the movie. Like, Mick, that
Holy
makes no
shit,
sense.
right?
That's perfect. That's perfect. Matt, you got any ideas? Like, yeah, he's going to have this thing to where when the robot goes somewhere after this girl he's chasing, even though he doesn't know where she is, he's gonna take his sunglasses off and boom, he's gonna just recall what just happened. He's gonna be able to rewind it, fast forward it, and all that shit. Bam, cool, sturdy. All right, everybody in this movie just needs to be pissed off. Everybody, especially Cold Iron, especially him. He just needs to have the mad face, all that shit.
Yeah.
And there you go. And just a bunch of other random, and it's like, just throw some random shit in there. Okay.
Cold Iron was a fucking robot. Like the robot had more personality than Cold Iron. Let's be real. Like the Cold Iron was just yelled at and sneered at everyone, and wore sunglasses during meetings.
What if they make a sequel or a prequel where you find out Cold Iron's the real robot? Ah.
Well, obviously you weren't watching the same ending as I was because Cold Iron's dead.
Yep.
That's like RoboCop, man. He's gonna come back.
That's be a prequel then. Could be a sequel.
That's Well, it'd be a sequel, but the sequel, because he's a robot and has robotic genetics, would go to the past, man, and make a prequel.
So she died and they made her into R.O.T.O.R 2? Or she was a R.O.T.O.R 2?
I think she was R.O.T.O.R 2.
Okay.
I think she died. Or wait, no, I don't know. Maybe that's why she said to call me Steel, and then she was R.O.T.O.R 2, but she was just Steel.
Yeah, and then she could have just been deactivated when he picked her up and crushed her. Yeah. And she was ripping open his chest, showing the green oil or whatever the fuck it was.
Because how the fuck would you know where that is? I mean, I know she probably had helped design. Well, maybe she helped design, but how you got to be strong as fuck to do that. Like, I don't care how strong you are as a person, you're not ripping a robot chest open. You're just not doing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up all this stuff.
Oh man, I really wish I could have been in this movie, though, guys. I really, really do. It would have just been a great thing, a wonderful thing, a wonderful thing, Mick and Matt.
I really want to know, like, is she because it says she died, but then they just used her to become. So why? Okay,
there was a rewrite. I guess the screenwriter was he left because the director and the main actor
were beefing.
Did a lot of rewriting of the original screenplay.
Yeah, we can tell.
And they removed a bunch of stuff from it. So maybe that's why we have a different movie, because what happened in the beginning do we have now? It's a lot different.
They clearly didn't even realize they left the character. They made a character alive when they died in the beginning. But even like Steele's character, okay, fine, like she was killed and then turned into R.O.T.O.R. Can we think about this for a second? There's a R.O.T.O.R 1 and there's a R.O.T.O.R 2. Now, when you look at skunk-haired R.O.T.O.R 2, makes sense. She's, like muscular. She can fight. She's in shape. She knows martial arts. Like, it makes sense. Why did we get my dad as the cop in the first R.O.T.O.R? Why was that like? Well, the 70s wasn't that long ago.
that was budget. Get that guy with the porn star mustache. We're gonna use him.
Oh my god, dude! Because he like, not that he was like fat or anything like that, but like he was like, I'm a big dude, so I'm saying about like he was padded, like, whereas R.O.T.O.R 2 is like chiseled.
Yeah,
like he looked like a dad who has to go pick his kids up every other weekend because on the beat his wife just couldn't take it. He has a Don Johnson Miami Vice life without the flash.
He said his wife just couldn't take it.
He pays alimony and he has to coach Little League. That's where this has gone.
And on top of that, his little league team is losing, and the main reason is because of his child. So that just pisses him off even more because he's like such a, I guess you would say alpha or like that macho. You know what I mean? He has like that persona, like tough, all that shit,
Yep.
grit your teeth and fucking.
Can I point out one more thing? Can you pull up that fight picture again?
The
I realize
fight.
I realize I'm being a pain in the ass on this, but I want to ask you guys a question.
Let me grab it. Let me find. Did you send it to me or did you send it to the group? I forgot.
I sent it to the group.
Okay.
So let's take a quick look at this picture once he pulls it up, and before you look at anybody in it, I'd really like you to look at the aesthetics, the background, and decor. Right?
Was good, Jayhan.
Hey,
and that Nightbot thing, I still haven't figured that out. I actually forgot to look it up. But I gotta figure out how to do that because I know you're not spamming and all that other bullshit. But it's going wonderful. I hope you're doing good too, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to pull this picture up though, Mick. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, dude. I don't care. It's your show.
The one the right in the kind of like the restaurant there. That fight.
Yeah,
scene.
yeah. It's like a bar restaurant. It looks like.
Yeah.
Look at the aesthetics of this place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then look at R.O.T.O.R. Like maybe think about him from the front. He is the only one that looks like he hangs out there.
That's true.
Everybody who was in that place that night, he is the only person who's like, I'm a regular here. They have a drink. They have a glass with my name etched on it.
R.O.T.O.R. drink.
He has his. He's that regular. Like, yo, what's good? How's it going? Yo, R.O.T.O.R's here. Yo, R.O.T.O.R, yeah, shots for everybody. Because he's the type of dude that'll do that every once in a while. And shit, R.O.T.O.R's the man.
R.O.T.O.R has a very sad life.
He does.
R.O.T.O.R goes back to his 1-bedroom studio apartment, or not a 1-bedroom, it's a studio apartment with his chair, 6
and a dog.
With no dog. Dog died. That's why he grew the mustache in memory. God, this movie, like, it's just like it's based on RoboCop. It's based on. This is Wish version RoboCop and Terminator. This is what you water off of Wish, and this is what you get.
What was that?
Nice. What you drinking over there, Jayhan? So this is what we were supposed to get. What you sipping on, Jay? We were supposed to get this right here, and this is what we got. Mick's uncle.
Like, show R.O.T.O.R too, real. Yeah, no, literally, it looks like my dad.
Oh, your dad, Mick's dad. Oh, that's why Mick grew out that mustache last year to honor his dad. That makes sense now.
I did not.
And R.O.T.O.R.
How dare you?
I had to. You said your dad. I see the mustache. You had the mustache. It was either him or R.O.T.O.R, Mick. You choose. And then this. R.O.T.O.R 2. This is steel, by the way, people. This is steel. And this movie was just fucking... It's something that, honestly, I'm going to say you should check it out. I'm going to say you guys should check it out. If you are into those silly, weird shits, those... God damn. Those,
If you like RoboCop ripoffs, weird Android movies.
But it's not... The thing with what... You could say like a RoboCop or even a Terminator ripoff, but it's not like in a bad way to where you're gonna hate it. You know what I mean? Where like I've seen some like ripoff movies and it's like just so bad. It's like, what the fuck? But this is like so bad. It's entertaining. It's interesting. This is gonna be a movie I want to try to get people to watch a lot. Like this may be one of those movies I may have to stick in somewhere weird on Sturd Vision that we watch every once in a while just because. To bring up conversations and to have some fun commentary with the movie.
I would make this like a script read charity event, but there's like 700 lines and they're all by Cold Iron.
You know what you'd have to do with that is like literally count. I just give different people eat every other line or something. That would be hilarious. Like, listen, we're all the same person, but you just read like 4 or 5 lines in a row, so nobody's out of breath and the voices change. We're all telling this story. And for everybody that doesn't, and then for like, say if there's other people in there, for those that just want like just the side characters that are literally gonna be there like for like 2 seconds or whatever, okay, come on for that if you want.
Jesus.
It'd be wild. Like, why are you telling this whole fucking story just to tell us this little part? Listen, man, you had to see the movie. Like this that would be one where you listen, watch this movie, people. Please watch this movie. This shit was just, it was so fucking fun. Like this movie made my day. I had a great time with this fucking movie. I don't know. And it's weird because it's funny, but it's not a horror. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be a horror comedy. I really feel like this is supposed to be like a serious kind of robot horror sci-fi type of film, but this shit is fucking funny. And again, Sturdy is here for the funny because oh my gosh,
Worth it. It's worth it.
It's whoever's watching right now, all three of you, please check this movie out. And whoever watches or listens to this in the future, watch this film. Because I'm telling you, it's a turn your brain off film. I'll tell you that right now. If you smoke marijuana, smoke. If you drink, have a drink. But don't get drunk. Get like a nice buzz. And don't get way too high to where you're falling asleep. Get like that laughy high. You know what I mean? So whatever. If you like this type of movie to turn your brain off or whatever, make sure you're in a good mood before you turn this movie on. I will say that. Make sure you're in a good mood just because it's a silly movie. In a weird way, it's a slow burn, but there's a lot of weird shit and ridiculous nonsense that's going on through it. But it's a slow burn because this. I'll say that because of the long fucking story this dude's telling. But there's so much in between. But it's just like
there's so many montages.
I look at it like I just picture myself like being the people listening. Like I was like, yo, when is he gonna shut the fuck up? Hey, what is he talking about?
Well, did you see at the beginning of it, they were standing over him while he was sitting on the other side. And then when they cut back, he's standing over them and they're both in the chairs just kind of like this.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. Like, they're tired of this story. They don't want him here. In fact, they kick him out. They're like, you're done. We're good.
Yo, how do you get arrested and you tell a story that's so fucking boring to these cops? Not to the viewers, because you know what it is? The cops didn't get to see what was going on. But anyways, that story must have been so boring. They're like, you know what, man, we're going to have to hear this guy talk. Because this is like back in the day. And I mean, the way the movie's set up, it's one of those jails, I'm assuming, where there's like 3 cells. And you know how they showed the TV show jails where it's like 3 cells in it and the cops like right there. So you can't even get away from, you got to hear these motherfuckers. Like this motherfucker's going to be talking to us or talking to himself the whole fucking night. So be more of a punch. Let's just let him go. Yo, get out of here. And then he got shot. Like maybe they set him up. They set him up. He was set up. He was set up. Think about it. Think about it. And I'm not going to, just like, people in history in real life have been set up. I don't want to mention any names. You guys can Google it. He was set up. He leaves the police station and gets popped. How do you leave the police station? Let me finish. I know what you guys are saying. There's cops there. Nobody heard that gunshot. Nobody. It's not like he shot him with something with a silencer on. Was it pew pew?
He shot him outside of the front door.
Yeah, right back into the car, right in the parking lot.
He didn't follow the guy down an alley and shoot him in the back. He he walked out of the front door behind him with a shotgun and fired off a few rounds in his back in the parking lot in the broad daylight.
Yep.
I'm laughing because you said fired off a few rounds in his back. That's what I'm laughing at.
It happened in Texas.
I'm immature. I'm sorry.
That shit happens.
This is probably a true. That's the only true part of this whole movie. Is somebody died in the making. In Texas, somebody got shot in the back.
Good old that shit. Again, though, seriously, people, this movie is it's so fucking fun. It's such a great time. And again, I would say if you can watch it amongst friends and watch it amongst those friends that have that sense of humor, of course. And again, if you guys have a drink, I'm not saying get wasted. No, of course, drink responsibly. Same thing if you smoke, of course. 21 and up. Be mature, be old enough where it's legal and all that other good shit. I shouldn't have to say that. Fuck it. I don't have to say it. It's midnight. Fuck that. If you're underage, you shouldn't be watching this show anyway. And if your child is watching this show, you need to talk. You need to really reevaluate. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. They already asked all the questions. They asked him everything. He told them everything. It's not. They asked one question, and he just talked.
Yo.
They were like, "This is an unofficial, official arrest. We're kind of, we're going to interrogate you so we find out what we want to know." And they're pressuring him, and he just talked. They ask one question in the beginning, and they just talks for the rest of the time. And trust me, because there's lots of narration. Then you get to the end, and they're just like, "You're free to go." You're done. And, and the guy murders him.
Basically.
A cover up.
Made no sense. But again,
you couldn't go to his farm. You couldn't wait for him to get home to his farm and murder him. Like, that wouldn't make more sense. But yeah, I don't know. Are we doing ratings for this?
Oh yeah, we are. Don't worry. We're gonna get to that. I'm just having such a fun fucking conversation with this movie that
so bad.
But it's bad
I love it.
in a great way. It's bad in such a fun freaking way. And it's bad in a way that you guys need to just check this movie out. I'm telling you. Please. Like,
I think so too.
This is I'm telling you, I'm gonna figure out a way to show this movie maybe as often as I show Thanksgiving. That's how much I'm enjoying this movie right now. Like, just because it made no sense. And I love that it made no sense.
Oh,
usually shit like that gets people mad. Oh,
is there like
shit.
Oh God.
Oh shit. And you know what? Hold up. Can we talk about this? So next Friday, Mick, you wanted this movie on here. You asked me to put this movie on here. Yes, you did.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I'm coming for you. Can't hold me to that on air.
You gotta watch Troll 2.
On your birthday.
That's not my birthday.
I'm just saying. Next Friday.
No. Next Wednesday.
Well, it's your birthday week. It counts. Next Friday.
If I tell my kids we're not celebrating their birthday for a week, I can't do it. Listen, I'm not saying no. I'm just not at
birthday
42.
Oh, I gotta work. Son of a bitch. Good luck, guys.
Birthday special. And Jeff's going to be here for this. Jeff is going to be here for this bad movie too.
I'm already going to have to do the Outcasts. Oh, all right.
I'm going to be Outcast. I'm going to be on the Outcast with you.
True. I'm not watching this movie before. I will watch it during the week. I'm not watching this movie like we did this. I had fun with R.O.T.O.R. I'm not going to have fun with Troll 2. Nilbog is not for me right now.
Oh man, I made a watch party for this. As a matter of fact, you know what? On the Scene Snobs Discord next Friday, I'm not sure what time yet. I'll figure this out. It'll be after, depending on how late we go with what you call it. It'll be after that.
You gotta do it early.
The Outcasts, or we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, don't announce anything until we know.
Troll 2 will be on there. I'm showing that on Friday. I have to.
Dude, show it early because the Outcast is gonna go late. We're getting a lot of people.
Okay.
I don't want to compete with Troll 2.
That's true, because it's gonna be rough. Because this is something.
Troll 2.
This is Troll 2. Let me remove that shit.
Goddamn Nilbog.
I got to see that.
It's not even a fucking troll in it.
Listen, we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge. Get it, trolls? When we get, next week. Cross that bridge next week.
There's no trolls in it.
Hey, man. Butt goblins.
Yep. Fuck goblins. Yeah, definitely goblins. Oh my God. And that movie strikes on every level because everything you think is going to happen somehow change. Like when he goes in like the kid gets up and pees on the food so they can't eat it. Then he goes up and like the dad goes up there and starts taking off his belt and he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tighten my belt. That's how hungry I am. Like, what?
I can't wait. I hated that movie, but I can't wait.
The grandfather friggin' in the mirror.
Oh man, it's been a while. That's a tough one to watch. Like that's one of those movies where the only way I can watch it is if it's for a podcast or something. I'm like, all right, I'll throw it on.
I watched the documentary. The documentary was pretty cool on it.
Yeah, I like that.
So this right here is the Laugh teaser trailer. It is a friend of the show, Peter Anthony's film, and I told him, I was like, yo, I show love, I show support. I've been showing it for the past, I think this is week 3 weeks now. This will be the third week in a row. I'm gonna keep showing it because you guys should check it out. The Indiegogo. I'm gonna drop that it's in the description. I'm also gonna drop that right here for you guys. So if you guys want to check out the Indiegogo, go right on ahead. And the teaser trailer is right under that. But I'm gonna show the teaser trailer right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, this looks pretty badass.
Oh wow, that's cool. Is that Tommy Chong? No, that's what's his name. It looked like Tommy Chong for a second up close. It's what's his name? Tommy Kaiser, Terry Kaiser, right?
Yeah, Terry Kaiser.
Nice. I like Terry Kaiser. That's cool. Is that Peter Anthony in the makeup?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Looks like him, yeah.
No, that's him. That's him.
Oh no, yeah. That's why it looked just like him when I first saw it. So it's funny because I went with Tommy Chong in the first.
So got some cool practical effects and everything.
Yeah, I like the look, and he uses some really good use of colors too. They shine pretty well. Oh damn! Oh god, it's gonna get crazy. I love it. I like it.
And I'm just gonna say this, people. Shout out to the indie scene. Huge shout out to the indie scene. Shout out to the homie Peter Anthony. And if you guys want the trailer showing on here, we could talk.
Well, I mean, it's great that he made a silent film.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, OBS.
OBS. Well, you guys saw the trailer. You know where to find it. We'll do it next time. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that's what happens on Sturd Vision. This is how you get it when you come here.
Yeah. You
like
know
the
what I
box,
mean?
you never know.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, if I had a squad here, like in the building, or I was like at a studio and had, you know, the money and the higher production, shit like that wouldn't happen because I'd have smarter people handling that.
Fair.
Like, listen. And in my defense, it is not 1997. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. Just like this movie. Back to this movie, which had. Let's dive. You know what? Before we talk more about this amazing, fun, wonderful film,
there wasn't even a message to this fucking movie.
The message was sturdy. We're gonna try that trailer again at some point. I'll try to figure it out. But before we go into that, let's dive into ratings. That's the message. It's time to rate this movie because we didn't do that yet. And I have I'll kick it off. I'll start it off. Rating, no reason. 9.
9?
Wow.
You gave this movie a fucking 9? Sturdy, you're drunk.
He's stone drunk and everything.
A 9? Like, you can like it, but really rate it.
Listen. I have my reasons. And I rate different than everybody. What about you, Matt?
I just want to probably run a 6. But it's fun to watch and everything. But if you take the story and think of it as you're just going to sit and watch it, the movie makes absolutely no sense. It's all over the place, but not knowing. But in an overall, it's like a 6, but it's a fun 6. It's one of those ones where you turn your brain off and just enjoy watching it. You know how bad it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. And it's beautiful.
I'm going to say this. First, I want to say this. Everyone should watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear my rating, understand my rating is based on the atrocity that is this movie. But it's fun and you should watch it. You spend the first 15 minutes in Cold Iron's house. That's it. That's basically the first 15 minutes. He gets asked one question and he tells a tale about his house for 15 minutes.
He's not lying.
Literally drinking orange juice, taking vitamins, making coffee.
Oh, I got something to say about that orange juice scene.
So if that can give you some indication, but it's worth watching. But my rating for this, I don't know how you guys are going so high. I'm gonna go high enough to say 4. It's a 4 movie at best. So
you said 4,
but it's worth the watch.
Definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the watch. It's just a fun fucking movie, man. It's really a fun movie, and that's why I gave it what I gave it, because I had movies like, I mean, for the most movies that I watch, but especially movies like this on Sturd, Sturd Vision type of movies, I rate them on the feeling they give me in the moment and just the enjoyment I have. So it's not necessarily how good the movie is. These are more of like the fun factor of the movie. As far as like how good the movie is and the story is, I'd say like a 3. But as far as like the enjoyment, and because when we watch movies, people, right? When we watch movies, what are we watching for? We're watching to be entertained. We're watching to have a good time, right? For whatever reason, whether it's to be scared, to maybe be sad, to be emotional, whatever. You want to get that, but you want to get that in a sense, you're still having a good time, whatever emotion you want it to go for you. Mm-hmm. And that did that for me. It did exactly that. Yeah. It wasn't a great movie. It was fun as fuck. It made me laugh a lot. And it was it's one of these films to where it's a perfect group film to where you could just talk shit through it, have a good time. And because the story, there's nothing going on, you're not going to miss anything. So it's not like, oh, shut up in the front. It's just like, yo, that joke was fucking funny.
No, I was quite annoyed with you. I was enjoying the terrible dialogue in this movie.
The terrible dialogue,
quietly, and just enjoy. I'm just saying. We were like, let's make jokes, and it's like, no, this is a masterpiece. I need to hear what Cold Iron's saying at all times. Oh my god.
All right, let's try this laugh thing again, guys. I think I figured it out this time, Mick.
I believe you.
I appreciate that. That didn't sound very confident.
I got your back, even if it doesn't work. I will pretend it does. Like that sounds.
Slowly awesome. Walk away.
Just let me know if it does or not. I guess. Hang on, actually, I can't remember if I did share sound or not. Listen, guys, it's midnight and I'm high. Well, it's a little after midnight. All right, let's try this again. I think I did this right. Matter of fact, let me do this too. Get that out you guys' way. So can you, awesome gentlemen, let me know if you guys can hear it or not? Right.
Yes. Whoa!
Do you hear it?
Too loud.
Too loud?
Poor Matt's got headphones on.
Oh.
Yeah, but his hearing aids are low, so he'll be okay.
What?
As a child, my mother would warn us of Baba Yaga, a powerful demon who would possess and devour souls of men.
Rid yourself of your pain. Why burden your soul any further?
Peter Collymore is in the house tonight. Let's make some fucking noise.
What the fuck? I missed that part.
Collymore.
Yeah, it's a lot better with the sound on.
Mm-hmm.
time.
Give it to me!
You are in good hands.
Oh, there's a TV in there now.
Sooner or later, even a good man has to choose evil.
Nice.
You heard it that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was there.
I even had it extra loud for you guys. You're welcome. I did that for the people that, you know, a little older, hearing's not as good. That's why. And the reason why I did it the silent time the first time, same reason. For people that can't hear at all, we could just, you know, we just see it. I heard it, but you guys didn't. That's my excuse.
Well,
That's my reasoning for that. But any final thoughts on that amazing film we just watched, R.O.T.O.R?
Watch it. That's the only thing I'll say. Just watch it.
Watch it.
And watch the riff tracks. The riff tracks is fucking hilarious.
But you said that was on Prime, right?
Yeah, it's playing on Prime. But at Tubi, it's just a regular movie, so if that's what you want. Either way, it's funny, but it definitely enhanced the experience to watch the riff tracks and watch them professionals making fun of it.
I have to check that. I may have to check that out. The movie's funny though, guys. And listen, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Go check out You and Your Horror Movies. Go check out the Scene Snobs. Go check out Popcorn and Pints. Check out the whole entire Z Network. Smarknado. 3 Geeks. Worst Damn Gamer. He's gonna be back. He's on an awesome journey right now. You know, getting that green card, trying to get here the way he should be, and all that good stuff. Trying to help him in the background. Trying to, but you know how he is. But he's smiling. But yeah, so check out all those dope, amazing shows. Popcorn and Pints, Horror with Sir Sturdy, of course. And we'll be back next Friday at midnight talking about Troll 2. And it's going to be Mick's birthday week, so he's fucking super excited. That's what he gets for his birthday, Troll 2, for being such a good boy in 2023, the beginning of 2024. And with that said, we're going to wrap it up unlike our parents did. Well, mine did. The condom broke. Peace.